podcasters for tonight. Ako po si GS Riku together with
GM Kairu.
Ayan, so we are gonna have the usual matches, yung 2 sets of games, and that will be between the CR schedule. Nakita niyo yung schedule kanina. The first game we are gonna have, yes, Team
Proyoxis versus Gigabyte Full Lewis in the first set. And for this next set, we will be having Impunity Legends versus the Kuala Lumpur Hunters.
Yes.
So, ayun, ito ang ating, as you saw, the picture of the players for both sides of the both teams, actually. So, before we proceed sa ating drafting phase, the first match for tonight, so we would like to make a few announcements.
Yes.
So, first, diba, meron tayong online ticket selling, on-site ticket selling sa Virtual Grounds Katipunan. That would be in front of Ateneo, July 4 to 6. Saturday to Monday. It's actually this Saturday, tomorrow, until Monday. So, Rampage ticket selling siya. And, yeah. So, ayun. So, ito, meron pala tayo nung anyong register clan booth.
Wow.
Diba? So, may contest siya. Pagandahan yata ng clan booth idea.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, and it would actually, you could actually win a DJ Sona, Spirit Guard Deer, and the Pulsefire Ezreal.
One of the best skins in the game. Right
And
now.
also, the LCL this Sunday, July 5. Here are your matches for this Sunday. The week 4 of LCL, and I'd really appreciate if you guys would drop by at the LCL, because we really do give interesting games and casts there. It's, it's
Last
fun.
time
it's fun.
na, diba, si Shinbu nag-CEO outfit.
Yeah, the CEO Shinbu outfit.
Ganda ng skin, no?
Yeah. So let's proceed to the drafting phase right now. So it'd be Proyoxis versus Gigabyte Full Lewis. So for Proyoxis, it would be a Lee Sin, Rek'Sai, and Victor Ban. And for Gigabyte Full Lewis, it would be an Alistar, Maokai, and Gragas Ban.
Ito yun, diba? Yung Gigabyte Full Lewis, yung talagang heart of their team is SOFM.
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 Yes.
SOFM, okay. And it's not a wonder na ibina nila si Lee Sin. Kasi siya daw ang pinakamagaling na Lee Sin sa Vietnam.
Yeah.
Yun ang nabasa natin.
Yes,
right?
yes. And actually last week, banned out din si Lee Sin for SOFM, no? And Rek'Sai being a notable champion din dun sa isa sa mga key champions dun sa matchup nila against Impunity Gaming Legends.
Yes.
So that would be Rek'Sai actually got 614 in KDA dun sa first game nila, 614 KDA for him, for SOFM there. So it's a notable ban or a respect ban for SOFM this game.
Yes. So, yung meron din ako nabasa tungkol sa Gigabyte Full Lewis na yung team comp nila medyo may pagka-centered around SOFM. Parang yun yung talagang key point nila kung yung key point na pwede sila manalo.
Yeah, kaya nga nag-pick yung top laner nila ng Shen and Mundo for their games against IMP last week nga. And kung mapapansin mo, Shen and Mundo being support tanks, medyo supportive ang kanilang style. Well, Shen can also go quite offensive with a Triforce build and full tank. And Mundo being a consistent damage dealer with the Sadism. Tapos yung cleavers niya plus yung fire thingies, fireballs going around him. It's super tanky pagdating ng mid-game to late game. So, with that, SOFM can actually have a leeway to pick up those champions, those jungle champions na may carry potential like, yun nga, Rengar and Lee Sin.
Wow. Pero, right now though, Shen top, super popular right now.
Yes.
Sa GPL, and I guess siguro sa din nila, sa region din nila, which is Vietnam. And uso ba yung Shen Smite, or is just the usual flash TP?
I think he could go for either ways. Kasi yun nga, napag-usapan na rin natin before na ang only downside of having a Smite TP or Ignite TP, or I mean Smite TP, against a flash TP is that you don't run flash. Except for that, wala nang ibang downside dun. You can actually gain the ability to get a Skirmisher Saber or any jungle item, but preferably a Skirmisher Saber, tapos upgraded to a Cinderhawk, which drastically increases your tankiness.
Right.
Yeah.
So right here, though, dito sa Proyoxis, we have the Kalista first pick securing themselves that AD carry. Siguro nakastiwala nila sa Kalista nila if they really want to get it for themselves.
Yes, and with Sejuani getting picked up here, jungle Sejuani, as we all know, na-nerf siya recently.
Yeah.
And that yung damage kanyang W was decreased dramatically. So she doesn't get picked up as often as Gragas, as Rek'Sai. Yeah. So, you know, but still, Sejuani is still a good team fighter with the ultimate, Glacial Prison, and, you know, a reliable knock-up. You know, it's just a dash, short dash, so you can almost always hit it if you're at point-blank range.
Yeah, that's true.
And, so, you know, medyo short range distance lang. So, Sejuani is still an okay pickup, in my opinion.
Pero right now, talaga, top picks for the jungle right now is the Rek'Sai and the Gragas.
Of course, yes.
But Nunu is quite... Hindi ko na nakikita si Nunu
actually. Nunu is still a very, very strong jungler. As we have seen then sa LCL natin last week with the CPU match. Jelson actually, Jelsi performing really well with that Nunu. And ano siya? Nag-synergize siya well with Nazir mid and the Vayne Kalista. Vayne Kalista AD carries. Since
people that rely on attack speed.
Yes. And we also see an Urgot pickup for Gigabyte Full Lewis here. Probably a jungle Nidalee. Which supports, yun nga, yung playstyle on GFL which revolves around supporting SOFM, relying on SOFM into carrying them into the game. So SOFM being a primary damage dealer as well. So they have a Shen top, which is a tank. I think I'm guessing Shen top would be building full tank for this one. And a Nautilus support to further augment the front line of GFL here. And for PRS, I think they're opting for a mid Varus and a top Hecarim with a jungle Sejuani. So, ano tayo dito? Scaling pagdating kay sa Proyoxis. Kasi they have a Varus. That means if Alessandra comes in against the Varus would flat out die immediately. So I think that's why Varus opts for that cleanse. So that he won't immediately die dun sa mid lane once level 6 na tong si Lissandra natin.
Yeah, that's true.
Because if he gets caught out by that Ice Tomb, yeah.
And the also the root coming in from Lissandra is really scary.
He's gonna die for sure.
Definitely. Maybe an early flash agad dito sa Varus. You will see later. And it's a Nidalee. In the jungle for Gigabyte Full Lewis right now. Anyway, they have locked in their champions right now. Team Proyoxis versus Gigabyte Full Lewis. This is our first game for tonight. Don't forget to share the stream links to your friends. I bet you guys are gonna have fun watching these international games. This is the GPL, guys. The GPL. This is Road to Worlds.
Yes, Road to Worlds, of course. This summer season. Summer split, actually.
Yes.
Summer split. 2015 season.
Season.
Yeah, so that's what we call it right now. As before, we called it like the summer split, summer season, spring season. So, yun nga, may distinction dun actually. So, you call it split kasi you have two splits in a season. So, you call the year the season. So, 2015 season, 2016 season, 2014 season. And then summer and spring split for us here in the Philippines.
Yes. That is true. And once again, good evening, guys. This is the GPL. You're watching the match between Team Proyoxis and Gigabyte Full Lewis. On the blue side, we have Rat on the Hecarim top. For the jungle, we have Kudamento with a Sejuani jungle. And for the mid lane, we have Bane Mystic with a Varus mid lane. And Ibrum for the Kalista ADC. And for the support, actually, we should have mentioned that. Support Trundle, people. Ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, for Gigabyte Full Lewis.
It's Fa. It's Fa. Did you say his name? It's Fa.
It's Fa. I didn't get to say his name kasi napaka-interesting ng pick.
Oh, alright. So for Gigabyte Full Lewis in the red side, we have at the top lane Shen. For Violet in this jungle, we have SFM with that Nidalee. In the mid lane, we have Cow with that Lissandra. And in the bottom side, we have Urgot Shin with Scary as a Nautilus support. So, yun nga, nabanggit mo yung interesting Trundle support. And I actually saw a Trundle support before in the PGS. It was used by...
I think it was infused,
infused to counter out the Bard pick of War Gods.
Yeah, it was against Pacific,
Is it Pacific or War Gods?
Or War Gods.
I think it was War Gods, yeah. Because it was Stronger was using the Bard.
The Bard
support. And then he would use the Pillar of Filth to counter out the Magical Journey.
Yeah, and it really produced really funny results.
Yeah, but
parang nag-glitch out sila, no?
Yeah, but it didn't work out because Trundle support is kind of far off from, not really that much engaged potential except for blocking out people with the Pillar of Filth. Yeah. And actually, Trundle got buffed in the recent patch.
Yes, I think the Pillar got buffed. Or
the ultimate. The ultimate. Yes, the amount of HP that you steal is greater. I think it's up by 15% or 10%.
I see.
Because right now it's 35%. So, you know, maybe that could be a factor.
Wow. Did they get it? Did he get the Krug buff? The heavy hands? Did the Nidalee get it? Let us. I don't know. I didn't see.
Yeah, I think he got the buff.
Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting play there by SFM.
Yeah, very aggressive jungling now. And I like the style of SFM right now because he's capitalizing on the weak early game of a Sejuani. Sejuani not being a really good early gamer because of the lack of sustain in the jungle. And okay, an engage maybe. Kuromento here chasing down SFM, but he doesn't still have that dash, the Arctic Assault.
Will you look at the dedication of Prioxis, the teleport being used this early on to the game being cancelled because napakalayo, wala silang any sort of hard engage at this point of the game.
Yeah, yeah, and also, you know, without that level 2 Kuromento Arctic Assault, then yeah, you know, they won't be able to do anything.
Yes, exactly. Although Broom has to go, Ignite drops onto him, super low na. That is quite an interesting trade there. Gigabyte Full Lewis wins that one.
Yeah, and still SFM persists on taking the jungle of Kuromento here. You know, but yeah, she didn't take actually the red buff.
Yeah, I think he only got the little one.
Yeah.
I can't find the other one.
Yeah, he took that one. But, you know, without any vision whatsoever coming from their side, Gigabyte Full Lewis' side at this moment, well, it's understandable because it's early game. So I think it's quite risky to, you know, to do something fishy right now.
Yes, that's true. Also, I'd like to point out, even though I think it's quite an equal trade pala kanina kasi wala nang Ignite itong Nautilus. And Summoners... Oh, wait! Flash Kalista doesn't have. So it was an exchange of Summoner spells earlier kanina yung trade.
Yeah, but I think it went to the way of GFL, Gigabyte Full Lewis, because only the Ignite from Scary was burned.
Yes.
But it was a flash for Kalista and an exhaust for Trundle.
Right. The defense... Wow. So 2 Summoners spells exchange kanina. Dito naman sa top lane, a Ninja versus the Horse right now. Mabubuo niya ang Toro! Gets taunted. Dashes to safety itong Ninja natin. Nothing will happen there.
Yeah, wasting no time to flash away because, you know, if you stay a bit longer than that, you know, you take some more damage. Plus, you know, your assurance wouldn't be guaranteed.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, your survival wouldn't be guaranteed as well.
Yeah, look at the kiting from Broom. Shine. Shin. Shin.
Let's just call him Shin for the moment.
Yeah, Shin. Hey, Shin. You remind me of another shoutcaster. Hey. Shinbu.
Oh.
I thought you got it the first time.
Oh, I see. Shin. I'm Shin with a Y.
With a Y for an I. O nga, no? Anyway, siguro ganun yung silbi ng Trundle pick, no? More kiting for the Kalista, but, you know, you could go another way with another support if you want to kite better, no?
Yeah, I think so. I think Alistar would be a better pickup for Prioxis, but maybe they have something up their sleeves that we don't know. We can't see it yet because no one has ever done this before.
I haven't seen a Trundle pick support that actually worked yet. So I'm really looking forward to seeing that. Dito sa Summoner's Rift natin, I bet siguro yung iba dito mga manonood natin nakaka-relate. Baka meron silang nakita mga really off meta picks na support. Like, may minention ka dati, Sion support.
Sion support actually works. Jarvan support works. It depends on how you build Jarvan or the Sion, but they actually work.
Really?
Yeah. They have a special niche position.
Yeah.
And you don't pick them every game.
Yeah,
but
definitely.
It's a cheese. It's a cheese.
It's a cheese.
Yes.
And it's unpredictable. You don't know how to deal with them kasi nga, sobrang uncommon yan.
Yeah, exactly.
You have to make it work.
Exactly.
And did you make it work?
I made the Jarvan pick work once or twice, but most of the time I got flamed.
Okay.
dude, why did you pick up Jarvan? Alistar was open. Like, why did I pick Jarvan?
I don't know.
But sometimes it works.
Sometimes.
Kasi early game with the Dragon Strike poke, it's really painful. Lalo na pag naka 21-9-0 ka or 21-0-9. It depends on your build.
Okay.
You know, sobrang sakit pa rin nung scaling ng Dragon Strike. In early game where items don't really, you know, you don't really have that much of an advantage yet.
Yeah.
Kasi the game just started.
Yeah.
So, masakit kapag napapatama mo yung Dragon Strike.
That's
and
the, key,
the flag
right?
and drag as well.
Yeah.
Tapos yung Cataclysm din kasi maganda yung scaling. So by level 6, if the enemy support would be like something like a Janna or a Nami or a Soraka, and your AD carry is like a Graves, then it's gonna be like Burstorino.
Yeah, Burstorino, man. Yeah, Burstorino.
Yeah,
I
Burstorino.
kinda wanna try that today. Jarvan's support.
Yeah, but though, you'll get flamed if you play. Like, seriously, you'll get flamed. If
Yeah,
you don't,
have to brave
if you can't take the flaming, then don't play those kinds of champions. Play something more sure.
Yeah, okay.
Or the meta.
The
meta picks. Well, if you want to win, of course,
you get the meta.
the flavor of the month champions, the champions that are really, really strong in the meta or in the patch.
Yeah.
If they have recent changes, recent buffs, so pick up those champions and start winning games, provided that you know how to use those champions first. Kasi even if they're flavor of the month champions, if you don't know how to use them, then it's kind of sour.
Exactly. Meron akong experience na parang, do you choose your comfort pick or do you choose your meta pick? Parang, ang nangyari sa akin, it was a super bad mistake na nag-Irelia ako and I have no idea how to use Irelia.
Yeah.
Because I was forced in a lane that I'm not used to.
Yeah.
So I'm like, maybe I should get a meta pick. Okay, let's lock in the Irelia.
Nope.
Okay, bad idea.
And I'd always pick a comfort pick as opposed to a meta pick.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
if you're on solo queue.
Yes, if I'm on solo queue, that would be something that I would do. Kasi I'd prefer something I'm really comfortable. I really know how to play that champion instead of a champion who's really strong right now, but I'm not really sure on how to maximize the potential of that champion.
Exactly. Actually, meron ako i-share sa inyo guys Ito, pag paminsan nasa solo ko kaya, tapos nagra-rank, tapos nag-hover, pupili kayo ng champion, diba? Tapos nag-hover, tapos yung mga teammate mo, yan, maganda yan. Meta yan, ganun. At you don't know how to use it.
Yeah.
So, huwag ka magbigay sa peer pressure na makinig ka sa kanila, makinig ka sa sarili mo. Saan ka?
Listen to your heart.
Listen to your heart. Yeah. So, before kasi yun yung mistake ko nung bago pa ako sa rank. They tell me what to do, what to pick, and then even though I don't know how to use it, but they say that it's a good pick kasi we counter them.
Yeah.
But if you don't know how to use it, then don't.
Yeah.
So, my mistake. Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's new.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's sensible.
Yeah.
It's common sense naman na
Yeah, I think I was a little chick. A noob done.
I mean, like, common sense, like, it's like general knowledge.
Yeah.
Don't use champions don't know how to use in rank. Don't practice champions in ranked games.
Yeah, that's
because your teammates are gonna blame you for that.
Definitely. I mean, you know the kit, but if you're not comfortable with it,
yeah.
I mean, you've tried it before, it probably worked, but if you have something better up your sleeve, you do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what actually happened to me before when I started playing Udyr. Like, why'd you pick Udyr? Like, Udyr, what does Udyr do? No one knows what Udyr does.
Yeah.
Like, dude, what does that do? When I was starting playing Udyr before, but I think that was like a year ago. And then everyone was like, what does your champion do? No one really knows because no one picks Udyr. Like, I go up to people and then stun them. And then I deal some damage and then I stun them again.
Bear turtle.
Yeah. And then sometimes I become tanky.
Yeah.
With a shield. But then again, I come up to people and stun them.
Yeah, you go pick one up, you slap them once, and then go to another tower and slap them again.
Yeah.
Then stun everybody.
Yeah.
Anyway, ang nakakatawang duel siguro na nakita ko is between two Udyrs.
Yeah, it's just they're just slapping each other.
Exactly. That was nag-exchange sila ng stun.
Yeah.
But I kind of wonder though, depende sa talaga sa skill rotation. If they have the same items, they're completely cloned.
Yeah. It depends on the how you order your skills, how you press yung stances.
Yeah, exactly.
Kasi there's actually a rhythm to it, depending per situation.
Okay.
Do you go Bear Phoenix, Bear Tiger, or Bear Turtle?
Yeah.
Kasi Bear always comes first.
For the stun.
Yeah, for the stun and the speed boost. Yeah, so it depends on the situation.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think we ought to get back in the game because someone reconnected.
Yeah, I did the jungle, the which what? Kasi fa. Kasi you can't resist saying the extra A's.
Like, yung parang mga soprano sa something like
Okay.
something like that. So Fa in deep trouble right now. Yeah,
Well,
I think he disconnected. I think he went in too deep because of connection issues. I
Yeah,
guess.
probably. So he is safe for now. He doesn't have exhaust still though. Anyway, here in the mid lane matchup, wala pa yung nakikita natin na mobility versus the really open Varus.
Yeah, and actually Lissandra can poke Varus at this point pa lang kasi Lissandra has that Q, the icicles,
Yes.
tapos that can pass through units. Like, hindi pala siya pass through, parang hit units and then extend the
Yeah.
range. So, we can, theoretically, Lissandra, Kao, can poke Varus, and it looks like an engagement here in the bottom side.
Wow, Shin right here uses a flash, but still landing some pokes on the bar. Cormento flashes in just to get initiate onto Scary. Scary is very scared right now, doesn't get killed by the Ren whatsoever, and they managed to get off safely.
I think the Ren was used to slow earlier.
Yeah.
Kaya wasn't,
Wasn't cooldown.
wasn't a cooldown, or perhaps the Ren's damage is too slow,
Yeah.
too weak.
Too weak.
At the moment because it's just a one rank up right now. So Violet and the Wrath in the top lane just duking it out. Not much difference in the CS. And Shen is quite tanky with that Doran's shield plus the sustain he gets from the Vorpal Blades as well.
Yeah, the Vorpal Blades are ridiculous para sa akin. Parang akala mo patay na, tapos yung pala nagla-lifesteal pa.
Yeah. Well, theoretically, technically speaking, hindi siya lifesteal. It's regeneration.
It's regeneration.
Yes, it's regeneration.
Okay.
Regen per hit.
Oh, okay. And the best thing about it is it's not only you who benefits through it, right?
Yeah.
It's
Everyone who hits the champion who got affected by the Vorpal Blades. And SFM, aggressive jungling here in the top side as well.
That'll be first blood for Gigalite Full Lewis. Coromento super low. SFM gets the kill. Kills everywhere for Gigalite Full Lewis.
Yes, an early 0-2 for Gigabyte Full Lewis. Good rotation coming from Kao, and SFM continuing the counter jungling mechanic of Nidalee against a Sejuani.
Yeah, really difficult for Sejuani right now. Dahil lang sinabi mo nga kanina, di ba? Early game, early clear, bad.
Yeah,
For
exactly.
Sejuani.
Plus, if you see the CS right now, it's 5-29.
Oh, ang laki ng lead. Cinder Hulk pala itong gagamitin ni Nidalee natin dito.
No, it's a Magus.
It's a Magus.
Yeah.
I thought it was green. I'm so sorry, man. Am I colorblind?
Oh, no, you're not. I think you just mistook it. But, yeah.
Because maybe I've been... No excuses right there. No, come on. Give this to me. I'm colorblind right now. Just now.
All right, sure.
That's sure.
Yep.
Well, Fa right here trying his best to be the support guy in the front line. Maganda yung sustain nila actually right now ng Kalista. At least with the Targons.
Yeah. Well, eventually the Trundle pick is gonna have a hard time, dueling with an Urgot and the Nautilus on the bottom side. And whoa, SFM super aggressive again. Tries to counter jungle, however, he gets spotted out by Proyoxis members Ibrum and Faa, forcing her to flash out of there.
Grabe, no? Parang hindi na alam kung saan kakain itong poro ni Sejuani, no? Kasi parang tinatake na ni what do you call this? The SOFM, everything. Scary, though.
I remember the Sejuani game in the LCL with Raze in that Sinzao.
Oh, yeah.
And that super farm-deprived Sejuani didn't actually even finish an item after the upgrade of the jungle item.
Yes.
So that's how you actually beat Sejuani. Counter jungle Sejuani early game because she does not really have anything early on.
Yeah. Okay, that's a nice tip since I have been practicing jungle. And just in case may nag-lock in ng Sejuani, I will know what to do. But Broom right here taking pokes with from the Urgot rather.
Yeah, but actually if you want to counter jungle someone, you need decent team communication.
Yeah,
kasi you'd know when a jungler is spotted, for example, in the bottom side, then you can counter jungle the top side of her jungle. Something like that.
Right. Yeah, okay.
So, yun nga, that's what you need in order for you to counter jungle. Because you just don't go marching in, waltzing in the jungle just to take a camp or something. You need to have intelligence. I mean, intelligence in a way, information.
Information, yeah.
You need to have information.
Yeah.
On where the jungler is, where the top laner or with mid laner, or everyone for that matter.
Yes, generally speaking though, right now Broom having a hard time. CS 1v7 right here. Fa drops down the pillar. Shin will have the shield, but right now Broom is having a difficult time in the bot lane.
Yeah, and I think it's partly because of the Trundle support, because Trundle doesn't really do anything right now because Urgot can actually mitigate the damage that Trundle deals.
Yes.
If he decides to duel.
Oh, Surugan, Onslaught of Shadows. Ignite dropped actually onto Violet, but it won't be enough. Just a little trivia though, Violet used to be in Saigon Jokers.
Yes.
Vietnam team right there.
Yeah, Saigon.
Gotcha. So
I think Prioxys is from Singapore.
Yeah, they are. So it's Singapore versus Vietnam at the moment.
Yeah,
so
Vietnam actually has a really good esports climate.
Yeah, I do agree. Here comes Call with everything. All the skills dropped onto Bane Mystic. Very effortless execution right there. And that's 0-3 onto the scoreboard. Ibrew forced to use a flash. Nakakatakot kasi Nautilus yung hook niya kasi
Yeah.
Sorry. What's that reaction, Kairu?
Well, yeah, that's what Kao ought to do in the middle lane, knowing that Varus is a very immobile champion. Varus not actually using that flash away once he saw that Lissandra was there. I think that he could have just, cleansed and flashed away.
Yeah.
But then he didn't opt to use flash.
He just used cleanse.
Yeah, but Lissandra also has that flash.
Yeah.
And I think he has more use to the flash since Lissandra has an escape mech, that ice path.
Yeah, that is true. Right now, though, the Hecarim might get doved on. He gets taunted. He will now be able to run away. Does he have the Q? He will escape. The Shen, though, taking a lot of damage. Just stop him. Stop him. Comes back. Ganda ng turret juggle din yung ginawa nila right now. But looks like Sejuani is right here for the cleanup. SOFM will get the shield from the Shen. And mini transportation right here. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, nandyan yung switcheroo happening right now. Broom gets the ignite. He is still getting attacked by the Urgot, and that will be kill secured for him. Fa wants to run far away right now, but looks like he won't be able to do it because of Lissandra with the max range on the Q and Icicle right there will secure the kill. And meanwhile, in the middle lane, action everywhere. Might be able to get the kill onto SOFM. Looks like bitin ang damage. Susugod yata itong si SOFM gets not. Nakatakot talaga dito sa mid lane. But right now, it's 1-4-2. Actually, it's 1-4-0. 2-4-0 everywhere pala for Gigabyte.
Yeah, super cheeky play coming from SFM right there. And the third dive was commendable coming in for Gigabyte Full Lewis in the top side. Nice juggling of the turret aggro, but I think it was mostly Violet who did the tanking and SFM doing the damage in that instance. And in the bottom side, Kalista can actually duel with Urgot since Urgot mitigates the damage. 80 damage coming from, that's why Urgot is a champ counter for mid lane AD carries like Zed and Talon.
Yeah. And also, if you look at Kalista's items right now, he doesn't have any damage whatsoever.
Yeah. I think he ought to go for a Bloodthirster, maybe. Yeah, that's what Bane Mystic needs to do when he sees that Lissandra is in range with that glacial path. He ought to flash away because he's gonna die.
Yeah,
for sure. 9 times out of 10.
The problem is though, glacial path has a lower cooldown. You don't have flash all the time.
Yeah, exactly.
Tino ba ito sa SOFM na parang sana yung may-ari dito ng jungler. Wow, great wall! But looks like mamatay na dito si SOFM. Great pillar coming in from the Trundle. Glacial path freeze now. Sabi ni Cole will get caught out, but still manages to take someone with him before he dies. Here comes Shin. Here comes the rest of the members of Gigabyte. Full Lewis. Wrath will fall down alongside with the Trundle. That'll be a double kill for Shin. And that's 3-4-2 exchange in favor of Gigabyte because they will get a tower after.
Yeah, so super aggressive plays coming from SFM.
Yeah.
Pero guaranteed yung support coming from his teammates of Gigabyte Full Lewis.
Yeah, grabe no? Parang everyone was there. Although, lahat naman pala sila nandun.
Yeah.
Like the 10 participants of the Rift natin, and that will translate into a dragon. No one is nearby. They obviously cannot contest. No vision. Yeah, no vision whatsoever.
Yeah, so that trade went to the way of Gigabyte Full Lewis fully. Like, they got 2 kills out of it, but in terms of objective-wise and kill-wise, Gigabyte Full Lewis has a massive lead in that trade. And SFM continuously counter jungling Kurumento, not giving him the space that he needs in order to build some items. So actually Kurumento isn't even finished with his jungle item.
Yeah, you're right.
He just built a Sightstone just to protect himself from the counter jungling of Nidalee. Apparently that's not enough. Nidalee still wants to go in.
Yeah, I was actually wondering what the white stuff was, yung white glow. And I figured that Nidalee built an early QSS for herself.
Yeah, she built an early QSS just to escape
Grabe.
the Glacial Prison or maybe any hard CC that would be thrown out to her. Kasi that's a problem with her counter jungling. Once she gets focused down, then there's no way she could survive because she's super fragile.
Yeah.
Right now.
Exactly. So parang ngayon, teka lang guys, hintayin ko lang mag-pull down yung QSS ko. I'm gonna go at it again. Tapos parang ang dating niya, she doesn't care kung mamamatay siya as long as itong Sejuani nila yung resources mo wala, and I will shut her down early. I mean, wala na nga itong nagagawa ngayon si Sejuani right now,
yeah,
diba?
Hindi na siya makapag-focus to gank other lanes.
Yeah.
She just wants to farm up and catch up in terms of experience. Pero looking at the experience right now, Sejuani is at level 9 and SFM is at level 10.
Yeah.
So not that far.
Yes.
Because I think the experience gathered from that kill from SFM was higher. That's why Kurumento is slowly catching up in terms of experience. But in terms of gold, SFM is actually ahead by 3,000.
Oh my, that's like twice as much right now.
Yeah. But she's building actually more on supportive items. I think she ought to go for an Iceborne Gauntlet with that Glacial Shroud. And a segue item, the QSS, as we have talked about earlier, to prevent any CCs to, if ever, they respond to the counter jungling that Nidalee does.
Actually, no, parang dati, medyo nawawala na si Nidalee. Hold a thought though. Mukhang magta-tower dive yata itong... Hindi, they're just gonna scare them away and just take down objectives.
Yeah, there's actually good rotations coming from GFL. They know that Kalista is on the bottom side and only the 4 members are here. And they're not really in a position to fight right there.
Yes.
So they took that opportunity to scare them off and take that objective right there. Shin actually getting stuck there by the pillar of ice. And Wrath going in!
Whoa, here comes Onslaught of Shadows. Tumama yung Essence ni Baron. Shin right now, super low. He gets ignited. That will be a shutdown for him. Violet as well is gonna try and run. Scary is very scared of P-Pyroxis. But nandito si SFM for the backup. Scary is quite low. He will get all the damage from P-Pyroxis. He will flash in, but that won't matter. As of this moment, that's a 2 for 0 so far in favor of Pyroxis.
So they were not prepared for that fight. GFL was too aggressive. So they just took down that inhibited turret, and yet they still wanted more. That's why they got 0 for 2.
Yeah.
So that was an assassination. You just saw an assassination by Cow.
Yeah, super effortless talaga tong Lissandra natin.
Yeah, because she's too fat right now, Morel Nomicon, and on her way to build a Rabadon's death cap.
Yes.
So almost all of the... Actually, she has enough money to buy one. She has 2,000 gold in her pocket. And yeah, actually she went for a Zonya's Hourglass first and a Blasting one. Maybe for a Void Staff or Rabadon's possibly.
Yeah. Dakilang tambay na talaga itong Nidalee dito sa jungle ng Prioxys. No? Kawawa itong Sejuani. Tingnan mo yung camp, sarili niyang camp na buhay pa. Meron pang mga
Yeah, untouched.
Untouched.
Sobrang layo ng CS, no? It's like a 60 CS difference between Sejuani and Nidalee. And Nidalee actually picking up an Iceborne Gauntlet. So more on focusing. Actually, did you know that Iceborne Gauntlet deals physical damage?
Really now? Even though it has AP stats?
Yeah. It deals physical damage. Yeah, but 103 bonus physical damage. I actually just knew when I was like checking, like why? Bakit parang ang hina nung Iceborne Gauntlet ko when I'm using an AP champ with high magic penetration?
Yes.
And then I check, oh, it's physical damage.
Oh, so that explains why some Evelyn players build a gauntlet. Is that why?
Possibly. Kasi Evelyn is a mixed damage dealer.
Yeah.
The Ravage deals magic damage. I mean, the Hate Spike deals magic damage and Ravage deals physical damage. And her ultimate also deals magical damage. But, the damage, para hindi alam, ma-confuse yung kalaban mag-build ng resist.
Yes.
So you wouldn't know whether to build a MR or armor. You're kind of torn.
Yeah, right. For natutorn ngayon si Fa right now kung uuwi siya or maglaland ng mga auto-attacks. Pero dito, Sofem, use a flash itong jungle natin. The troll will run away safely. And that'll be a turret down, most likely, for Gigabyte Fuluis here in the bottom lane.
I don't think they want this turret to go down. PRS actually going there in the bottom side to defend, while Shin and Rat actually duking it out on the top side. Shin using that Swapperoonie, and Rat taking so much damage. She can't actually duel with Shin, and Shin actually gets that kill.
Yeah, that was great. That was a great Swapperoonie, but you know, yeah, two behind.
And the passive actually took a toll to Wrath. The passive of Shin, which reduces the physical damage dealt. So you can't actually, even though that Urgot is an AD carry, he's quite a different type of AD carry. He's quite tanky, wearing that Ninja Tabi plus a Warded Mail, and maybe some armor penetration as well with that Brutalizer, plus the damage from that Manamune.
So, meron siyang Glacial Shroud. Is he gonna build a Frozen Heart right now? The Warded Mail? Yeah,
Frozen Heart is the next item usually.
Wow, parang anti-Kalista talaga tong Shin right now.
Yeah, and the Kalista is actually a mid-range AD carry, somehow like Vayne. Because Vayne does not have an extremely long range.
Yes.
So Urgot counters that one out. Kasi Urgot, if you're a mid-range carry, you're gonna get hit.
Wow, 2-man Glacial Prison right here. Rat will get ignited. Was want to run away, pero ang layo talaga ng poke na ginagawa ni Shin right now. Very, very painful as well. Here comes the swap. Cormento in between all of the members. Gigabyte Fuluis use the Arctic Assault to escape. Look at the minion caster hits. Will not be enough, but that'll be a dragon translated onto Gigabyte Fuluis. Wait, it's not yet over. Fa is really in trouble right here. Scary, looking scary right now for Fa. He will run into the opposite direction on towards the jungle of GFL. Will he be able to escape? I don't know. Action everywhere. Tingnan mo naman yung laban natin, Skyru.
Yeah, sobrang scattered no fights, and Nidalee actually pushing up the bottom side. The chase for Fa actually not yet over. Violet dashing towards Fa, and it's still not dead, but yeah, that would be the last straw of it. Violet won't have any more of that. Gets that kill in the top side, while Nidalee, SFM takes that bottom second-tier turret of PRS. PRS actually not being able to adjust to the playstyle of GFL right now. SFM still wants some blood, however, you know, there's a lot of people for PRS right there, so I think he disengages for that.
Yeah, too risky. Tumama pa rin yung spear. Ang sakit-sakit. Right now, SFM actually staying just to land some more hits onto Rat. Pero pinaglalaroan lang naman to ni SFM dashes in onside of Shadows moving to late. Great QSS right there. I wonder if Brew will be able to land a couple of brands just to make it enough. Look at the kiting. Great kiting by PRS. Broom. Great play. That's a 1-for-1.
Yeah, that was a 1-for-1. The kill went to Broom right there. He definitely needs that kill because he only has that Bloodthirster as opposed to Shin's Frozen Heart, Muramana, and an almost last Whisper, and a Brutalizer.
Yeah, I'm sorry, man. I was distracted by the Nautilus floating randomly in the brush somewhere in the Summoner's Rift.
Yeah.
Siyempre tatawa ka, di ba? Parang ladadi, ladadum. Yeah, okay, never mind. Let us move on from that moment. Now we're here in the middle lane.
Alright, so Hecarim, Wrath actually picking up 3 cloth armors. Alright.
Not enough.
Not enough. Dude, I need more clothes, man. I need more clothes. Provide me more warmth. Yeah.
Kasi, I don't want to make a joke. I wanted to make a joke, but you know, I feel like it's gonna fail because they have the Lysandra. You guys do the math.
And you know, Nidalee is wearing an Iceborne gauntlet.
Oh, great emphasis on that, Cairo.
Yes.
Oh yes. Wow. Great. It felt like I was the assist there.
that was like the entry for the main joke.
Yeah. You got the punchline. Anyway, though, here we have GFL starting out the Baron. They do
yeah, they have a vision over there because of this ward right here. PRS making their way into the Baron pit. Scary taking a lot of damage from Baron right there. And Shen uses Stand United and engage. Righteous Glory activated right here.
Oh, look at the horse right in the middle of it all. PRS manages to defeat Scary. Double knockoff for Shin. Also to a great ultimate coming out from Bane Mystic, but he will get zoned out by Violet. He is trying to kite safely right here. Chromento will be the next one to fall. Right now, one member is is the only one left. Make that an ace for Gigabyte Fluis. They will go back to the Baron for taking it down.
Yeah, and the only reason why Scary died in that one was because of the auto attacks coming from Baron. If they weren't in Baron, I don't think Scary would die.
Yeah.
PRS does not deal that much damage right now because of the extreme lead that GFL has as of the moment. And, you know, you'd actually notice when the opposing side has an extreme lead because it manifests in terms of the damage dealt and taken during those team fights. If you're ahead by this much, you'd have an advantage in terms of experience and gold. And if you're high on experience, then you'd have more tankiness because of the scaling and health and in armor and magic resist.
That is very, very true right now. And kind of wanna point out na rin na ang ganda ng zoning na ginawa ni Violet dun sa Varus kanina. Ang ganda na sana ng position ni Varus. But no one was there to protect him.
Yeah.
And that is why the Trundle pick isn't, I don't know.
Yeah, it's not working for Proioxys right now.
Yeah.
And they're so objective deprived at this stage of the game. 6 turrets for nothing. 2 dragons for nothing in the Baron as well.
Yeah.
Total map control for GFL, and it's just a matter of waiting when this game will end.
Yeah, that is true. Tsaka, gaya ng sinabi mo kanina, yung parang what to build, armor and then MR, but here it's no math equations, Bloody Blue. It's just, I just have to build armor for this one. They don't have any strong AP right now, diba?
Who?
The Proioxys.
Oh,
Because they have the double AP comp.
Yeah,
it's really easy for them to mitigate the damage for themselves.
Yeah, just armor, just spam armor.
Yeah, they have an Urgot with a frozen heart. So yeah, they're just...
Yeah, they're good. They're actually good.
Yeah.
And Shen actually has a face of the mountain as well. Shen. Violet has a face of the mountain.
Shin and Shen. Okay, my bad. Look at that. Righteous Glory instantly unstoppable. Natong si Urgot. Varus falls right away dito on the first down. 4 members down from PRS. That quickly ganun kasakit ang Gigabyte Fluis right now. They're gonna take down the inhibitor here in the mid lane. Meanwhile, Hecarim up top doing what he can to split push dahil alam niyang wala siyang magagawa right now during this fight.
Yeah, and it's gonna be the game for Gigabyte Fluis. 27 minutes into the game. Death timer still at 15 seconds. I don't think they would be revived to defend this one. Hecarim goes back at the last minute, but that won't be enough. And actually, SFM taking a lot of damage in that fountain, but that would be game set. 1-0 for GFL right now. SFM really dominating the jungle, not giving leeway to the Sejuani.
That is true.
And they're so ahead, man. They were so ahead.
Sobra. Kulang sa damage. None of the lanes were winning early games sa Team Proioxys.
Yeah.
And it's not mainly because, but factor na rin yung Sejuani. Talagang kinuha ng resources ng nila.
Yeah, and Varus didn't actually scale because of the Lissandra counter pick. Yeah, that Lissandra counter pick killed the Varus in the middle lane. Even though it's 2-4-3, he was farm deprived. Looking at the CS, it's like 277 to 197, almost 100.
Wow.
Actually 80 CS lead for Cow, and to boot, that's like a 5k gold lead for just the mid laners. So. The Trundle pick actually didn't really work out for GFL, for Proioxys this game. Maybe they would be smarter in terms of picking a support next game. They ought to be smarter because...
Better picks and bans.
Yeah, if not, it's going to be a 2-0 for GFL.
Yeah, definitely. Anyway, though, we are still going to have 3 more games after this. But after this muna, we're going to have a second match between Proioxys versus Team Gigabyte Fluis.
Yeah.
So don't go away once again. I am GS Riku together with
GM Kairu.
So see you guys later.